You know what I think? I think we should give the hologram some love. And that's what we intend to do on this episode. Hello folks, Danoby2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. We are going to be unboxing a die-cast Iron Man suit. You guys know I love my Iron Man suits. I never miss an Iron Man suit. In the past, I've missed a couple of them, but I always end up going back. This is a concept, more of an expanded universe suit. It wouldn't be considered canon, but it wouldn't make it any less of a sought-out figure. I like it. I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't even unboxed it. I've seen the photos. I like it already. And I'm going to do my darnest here in this video to explain why I think you should probably reconsider the holographic version, because I can see the excuses already. Oh, it's another expanded suit, it's another concept, it's another neon tech, it's another Mark IV reimagined. I can tell you right now, if you missed out on the original diecast Mark IV, this one could actually be a comparable replacement if you are planning on building your own Hall of Armor, meaning the original 7. The 7. First impression, it has a it has that acrylic plasticky look. It's like, okay, this is different. I know what I'm getting. I know that it has the transparent aluminum frame on it. You know, you can kind of see through it. But you know, when you see these things in person, it's always a different, unique experience. So I'm not feeling the love yet. Typically with the Iron Man suits, as soon as I unbox it, I feel that sense of euphoricness, and I'm like, oh, cool, love it, another piece. Looking at the hands here, attention to detail with the transparent acrylic plastic that they're using. It works. It's different. I've never had a holographic suit in my collection, so I'm going to welcome this. This will be part of the family. It's not going to get discriminated. It's not going to get sidelined in the back. This will be treated no different than the House Party Protocol suits I have. Accessories, little battery packs, standard generic hexagon base there, and the standard die-cast Mark IV attachment, arm attachments, you know, when he's ready for battle. I won't be using this base. Base is okay. I don't think this base is very well designed to handle a die-cast figure from the get-go. You can manage it. I just don't think it's acceptable. The arm attachments missile very similar, just maybe repainted from the original diecast Mark IV. Now this is interesting. This little transparent missile here, holographic little sidewinder here missile. That I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, there's potential here. I can do something with that little missile. We're gonna revisit that little missile back later in the episode. Let's go ahead and unwrap this bad boy here. Cool. Oh, see, I wasn't aware of this. I wasn't aware that the actual faceplate was transparent. It would make sense since it's a holographic suit, but again, you know, when you see these things in person, it's always a different experience for me. It's like, oh, it's different. I wasn't expecting this. I don't know if the transparency is done right with this suit. It's really weird how Hot Toys decided to make certain panels transparent and others not. Like the arm, for example. The arm, it's a solid color. It's not transparent, but yet in its inner core torso, it's transparent. So my thing is, if you're going to make it transparent holographic, I say go all out. Go full force. Checking it out here. Because I like the transparency. I like the attention to detail. Maybe that's what it is too. When you go full holographic transparency, you have to really compensate. You have to really kind of ante it up. I think if anything, it's more work. Look at that. So this is its first stance here, and it's different. Is it going to be one of my top 10 suits? No, but it's unique, and it will be loved in the house of Danoby2. Absolutely. It's a beautiful suit. There is potential here. And this is where I kind of stopped and paused. I'm like, this transparency, this transparent aluminum technology that Tony Stark has used in this suit here would be cool if it had more of a glow effect, more of a cerebral, kind of like a neural net effect to it. And I'm just kind of looking at like the chest plate here and looking at the face plate. I'm like, it needs to glow. In my imagination, in the world, the way I think, it needs to look alive. If you're going to have transparent panels, why not take it to the next step? So I'm kind of looking around and seeing what can I do to modify this, slightly tweak and modify. And the first thing that comes up to me are those the X-Base LED little lights. Remember those things I picked up on my recent trip to Japan? Little LED lights. They're powered by wireless technology, right? An electromagnetic field. Expose it to an electromagnetic field, and they illuminate. They don't need batteries as long as these little dots are next to in that field. They illuminate. So I started kind of tinkering. I started kind of dabbling. I wanted to see if I could take the holographic suit and maybe bring it up from a 10 to an 11, right? I wanted to see if I can infuse it, make it come alive, but without damaging the suit. And that's where the challenge comes from. So first thing is first, I wanted to power up its arc reactor here. I wanted to get the batteries in here. And I wanted to see, because I knew that it had the two little LED lights from the original Diecast Mark IV, and my suspicions are correct. It does glow through the chest panels there, through the panels. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Maybe we can add a little bit more of these little dot lights here in certain key places. Maybe I can give it a little bit more of a character. First thing was, I started with the feet. I wanted to see if maybe I can add a little LED diode to maybe the back calf. I wanted to see where I can add this stuff where I wouldn't damage the actual suit, but kind of accent it, kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz. And this is a lot of this is just trial and error. Like, will the light look cool if it's shining down? Will the LED light look unique if it's the ankle? I ended up welding one of the little LEDs right underneath the feet because it glowed really cool. I looked around the neck part. I wanted to see where these little LED lights can help the suit come alive. And this is one of those things where you tend to want to use your own imagination. I don't think Tony means to wear this suit. I think this is more of an independent drone suit. I don't think this suit was meant to be worn. So in my world, I'm going to see this more as a drone, more in the same sense as a Mark 47, more of an autonomous robotic suit. This is just me seeing where these LED lights, and I found that right around the neck, that if I peppered a couple of these little LED lights in certain key points here, it gives it that kind of Tron look. Kind of neat Tron look. I didn't know how many lights I could use, and it turns out that for me, less is more. I definitely, you can kind of see right there, I definitely wanted to infuse a couple of these lights inside the helmet, because I wanted to make it seem like the suit was alive. I wanted to make it seem like the suit was independent. It was its own person, sort of like a drone. And it was really easy to just kind of take this helmet apart and pepper in a couple of these lights inside of it, and just have it come alive. And I thought that was pretty neat. I was like, that's pretty neat. And after unscrewing it and dropping in a couple of those LED lights and exposing it to the wireless field here, electromagnetic field, it looks cool. Well, it's different. It's neat. It kind of looks like a positronic brain. That's my Star Trek coming out there for you folks. And I'm like, oh, this is neat. As long as it's exposed within this field, it gives it that unique character. And this is where I was, where I felt that if you're gonna go hologram Hot Toys, just amp it up. This is the neck joint. I drilled a hole right there, and I felt that maybe one of the little lights would benefit the glow, kind of make it seem. Have that drone look, and it just looks really good. Once you put the light inside, I'm like, oh, this is neat. It's starting to be its own person there. And if you guys aren't familiar with the X-Base technology, this is these little LED lights. They're from Japan. I don't know anybody else that makes them. They're really expensive. The actual wireless base, it's about $200, and the LED little diodes there, it's like 10 per like $30 to $40. So they are expensive. That's me doing a little test field, see if it could benefit the actual boot. I like that. So this is I even experimented with using those little Christmas lights inside the chest, and I felt it was just too much work, and I didn't really understand. Couldn't figure out where to hide the battery pack, because I kind of like this effect, this whole circuitry effect where it's kind of glowing inside. Hell, at one point. During this video, I even experimented with induction. I wanted to see if maybe I can create a wireless induction system where I can just have the power where he would step on a plate and he would just power on. That's something that probably down the road I'm going to experiment. Induction technology into an Iron Man suit is just labor intensive. Can it be done? Yes. But you do have to modify the suit, and there is damage. So at this point, realizing the work was involved, I backed away from it. I'm like, I'm not going to deal with induction technology right now. So I just went back, I chickened out, and I wanted to power up the suit. I ended up just going back to the batteries. I'm like, I somewhat vaguely educated with induction technology, running the little wires to a little hot plate, and once the suit steps on a plate, it powers up. There are benefits and there are negatives to that as well too, because when you use induction technology, you are limited to a certain spot. After I infused my suit with a few of these little LED lights, I thought, okay, cool. Kind of show you what I've done. You can kind of see that on its right arm there, I added one of those little LED diodes to the little rocket, holographic rocket missile there, and I added a few little diodes to the chest. Overall, this video was probably 3 days in the making, and I got to learn the ins and out. I've probably spent more time on this suit than most other suits, because I really wanted to welcome this certain character to the family here, and powering him up. It's a little backdrop there. It's starting to come alive. You can kind of see it there, and I'm going to adjust the lighting here to kind of show you the overall effect. But it looks unique. It looks very cerebral, very Brainiac-like, and I love it. I love all the little diodes and the glow, and you can't see, but like the ankles are glowing, the boots are glowing. It just looks really unique. This is what I mean, like Hot Toys. If you're gonna go hologram, go hologram all the way and make it look cool. Light it up like a Christmas tree. Why not? And I love it. I love how the chest has like the little LED lights glowing on. It just looks really cool. This is fun. This is really fun. And no special wiring. It just glows really right. It just glows really nice. So this is it. Maybe I'll re-explore it when I have more time. Maybe add some bioluminescent cord into it or something. But with the holographic suit, you can have some fun with this thing. This is unique. And yeah, it definitely does look like a Christmas tree, but it has that. Look at that. I mean, this shot right here. This is one of my favorite shots right there. I'm like, that's neat. Well, this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed my little holographic unboxing, and let me know what you guys think. Let me know if it's a pass for you, if it's a win. Like, subscribe, leave your comments below. This was fun.